Nightmarionne is the nightmare version of the puppet and a reoccurring character throughout the Five Nights at Freddy's series. Having multiple canon and non-canon appearances, he's become a big part of the newer Five Nights at Freddy's games. It's still unclear as to what Nightmarionne's significance is, but let's take a look at his history throughout the years. Nightmarionne was introduced in the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Halloween DLC. His first appearance was on October 23rd, 2015 in the Don't Wake the Baby teaser. When brightening the teaser, Nightmarionne can be seen on the bed. On October 30th, 2015, the Halloween edition of Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was released, and in this version of the game, Nightmarionne replaces Nightmare. Just like Nightmare, Nightmarionne appears on nights 7 and 8 after 4 AM, and he replaces all the other animatronics. Nightmarionne can appear in both hallways, behind the bed, and inside the closet. On May 13th, 2016, FNAF World received a second update that added a whole new set of characters, including Nightmarionne. After Five Nights at Freddy's 4's Halloween edition, Nightmarionne's code was reused for Foxy EXE. If the player completes Foxy EXE, they unlock Nightmarionne as a party character. Nightmarionne's moves include Bubble Breath, Fourth Wall, and Prize Ball 2. This game is mostly ignored by fans, but hey, it's a part of Nightmarionne's history and I really like FNAF World. On June 27th, 2018, Ultimate Custom Night was released with over 50 selectable threats, one of which being Nightmarionne. Nightmarionne's presence moves around the office, and if the player hovers their mouse over him for too long, he'll jump scare them. Nightmarionne seems to be the game's mascot, since he appears on the icon. He also has voice lines in the game, which gives us insight into his dark personality.
This time, death cannot save you. Let's taste death again and again and again. I am the fearful reflection of what you have created.
On May 28th, 2019, Nightmarionne returned in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. In the Fazbear Entertainment virtual experience, Nightmarionne has his own level in the Night Terrors category. The level takes place in the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 bedroom, and Nightmarionne will try to get into the room from the right and left hallways. Nightmarionne's tentacles will also emerge from under the bed, the hole in the roof, and the closet. Nightmarionne has an action figure and a plush that can be unlocked and interacted with in the hub. The Pop Goes the Weasel achievement also uses Nightmarionne for its icon. No, I'm not referring to Pop Goes from the hit Five Nights at Freddy's game Pop Goes Arcade. Anyways, the main significance of this game is that it made Nightmarionne officially canon. Nightmarionne was a non-canon character in FNAF 4 and Ultimate Custom Night, but with his level in the Fazbear Entertainment virtual experience, he's now a canon character, which will affect future games. With the release of Security Breach on December 16th, 2021, things got really weird. While Nightmarionne doesn't physically appear in Security Breach, he has a strange amount of references. Scattered throughout the Pizzaplex are the Nightmarionne plushies from Help Wanted. There's a plush in one of the Rockstar Row hallways, one seated in the Monty Golf lobby ride, another in the Bonnie Bowl basement, and finally one in the West Arcade security office. The Nightmarionne plush can also be collected in a secret room in the Endo warehouse. Strangely enough, he's simply called Nightmare. Nightmarionne also appears with a puppet and security puppet on a basketball machine. If that wasn't weird enough, there's also variants of the staff bots made to resemble Nightmarionne. The Nightmare staff bots have glowing white eyes, black tears, and black stripes on their arms. They also have the words "in your dreams" written on their chests. The Nightmare staff bots mostly appear in the sewers. If Gregory falls into the depths of the sewers, he's grabbed by the Nightmare staff bots and jump scared. If you listen closely, you can even hear Nightmarionne's jump scare sound during the Nightmare staff bots jump scare. Towards the end of the sewer mission, they also patrol the parking garage. In the staff bot silo, there are piles of Nightmare staff bot heads, possibly as a reference to the Mimic, who would tear off heads and limbs. The Nightmare staff bots also play a big role in Security Breach's true ending, where they disassemble Freddy and search for Gregory in the Fazbear Blast server room. The significance of Nightmarionne in Security Breach still isn't fully understood, but that didn't stop Scott and Steelwolf from going even further. On July 25th, 2023, the Ruin DLC released with even more Nightmarionne references. There aren't any Nightmare staff bots active, but that doesn't stop the Nightmarionne plushies from returning once again. In Glamrock Gifts, there's a Nightmarionne plushie, there's one later that serves as a child node, and during the Mimic Chase, there's another plushie hidden behind some boxes. In the Vanny Network, there's also a collectible AR plush, once again called Nightmare. The description says it's from an old headset game, which is a reference to Help Wanted. On December 14th, 2023, Help Wanted 2 was released with even more Nightmarionne cameos. The Nightmare staff bots return in this game, most notably when they swarm the player in the Help Trap ending. There are also 2 more Nightmarionne plushies in this game. In the ruined pizza place, there's a plushie hidden behind a speaker. And in the Princess Quest 4 ending, there's another plushie hidden behind a pillar. Now what do all these Nightmarionne plushies mean? I'm not sure. I'd say this is either some sort of joke Easter egg placed as theory bait, or Nightmarionne might have a bigger role in the upcoming games. Possibly the Fall Fest game that Steelbull seems to be teasing. Nightmarionne is a pretty cool and unique character, and thanks to Help Wanted, he's officially canon, so I'd be interested in seeing more of him in the future. Regardless of whether or not this means anything, I'm hoping we see more of these plushies, and maybe some official merch companies will make these plushies real. For now, that's where the strange case of Nightmarionne ends. If you like this video, I also have more Five Nights at Freddy's content on my channel. I have more videos about other horror games like Bendy and Poppy Playtime. If you want to support me and help fund future videos, please consider donating to our Ko-Fi. Thanks for watching, and check out some other videos.